Your last cholesterol test was months ago. The numbers didn't scream emergency. So you moved on with life. But right now, your body is staging a silent rebellion. While you're watching this video, your skin, muscles, and blood vessels are frantically waving red flags that your cholesterol has crossed into dangerous territory. Here's the shocker. Silent killer is a myth. High cholesterol is actually shouting warnings through physical signs so obvious that once you know them, you'll wonder how anyone misses them. Most people don't know what to look for. By the time they see their doctor, they've ignored months or years of distress signals that could have saved their arteries and their lives. In this video, we're exposing the 5 glaring signs that your cholesterol has gone rogue, symptoms appearing months before any heart attack strikes. These aren't whispers. These are sirens, and the most frightening one literally leaves yellow warning signs on your body. Leg pain while walking. Claudication. Picture this. You're strolling through the grocery store, halfway down aisle 3, when your calves suddenly seize up like someone cranked a vise around them. You stop, lean on your cart, wait for the pain to vanish. 2 aisles later, same torture. Rest, repeat. This isn't aging. This isn't just being out of shape. This cramping has a medical name, claudication, and it's your leg arteries literally gasping for oxygen because cholesterol has choked them nearly shut. Here's what's happening. Your walking muscles demand more blood, but your cholesterol-narrowed arteries can't deliver. It's like trying to water your garden through a kinked hose. The muscles downstream scream in protest. The terrifying numbers from the CDC. Over 8 million Americans walk around with peripheral artery disease, PAD, yet most dismiss leg pain as normal aging. Meanwhile, research shows that people with PAD have a 6 to 7 times higher risk of heart attack or stroke. The pattern is unmistakable. Pain kicks in with movement, disappears with rest. It's so consistent, doctors call it the window shopping syndrome, because people stop at every store window to rest, pretending to browse, while really just waiting for the pain to subside. One study tracked 10,000 people with leg cramping over 5 years. Those who ignored the symptoms? 40% developed severe complications, including tissue death and even amputation. Why? Because when your leg arteries are failing, your heart arteries are usually in critical condition too. If walking triggers leg pain that vanishes when you stop, don't wait for your next checkup. Your body is screaming that your cholesterol crisis needs attention today. Chest pain that comes and goes. Angina. Your doctor said high cholesterol doesn't hurt. But here's what they might have missed. When cholesterol builds a fortress in your heart arteries, the pain it causes is unforgettable. Unlike heartburn or pulled muscles, angina announces itself with crushing chest pressure like an elephant sitting on your ribs, a vice-like squeezing that may crawl up your neck, discomfort that vanishes the moment you rest. This is your heart begging for oxygen through the only language it knows, pain. The American Heart Association explains it simply. Your heart muscle is starving because cholesterol has turned your coronary arteries into narrow straws. Early on, this pain might strike only during intense exercise. But cholesterol's dirty secret? It progresses relentlessly. Soon, climbing stairs triggers it. Then carrying groceries. Eventually, getting emotional during a movie sends that crushing pressure through your chest. The numbers are sobering. 50% of people experiencing angina will have a massive heart attack within 5 years if their cholesterol remains uncontrolled. This isn't just a warning shot. It's your final boarding call before potential catastrophe. Any chest pressure tied to activity that eases with rest demands immediate evaluation. Your heart isn't being dramatic. It's fighting for survival. Stubborn high blood pressure. You've done everything right. Cut the salt. Exercise daily. Take your medication religiously. Yet your blood pressure climbs higher at every check, mocking your efforts. This isn't your fault. It might be cholesterol conducting a hostile takeover of your cardiovascular system. Here's the hidden mechanism. Cholesterol doesn't just clog arteries, it turns them into stiff pipes. Your once flexible vessels become rigid tubes that resist blood flow. Your heart responds by cranking up the pressure, desperately trying to force blood through narrowed, inflexible passages. Research in the Journal of Hypertension dropped a bombshell. 70% of people with treatment-resistant hypertension, blood pressure that defies standard treatments, have undiagnosed high cholesterol. When their cholesterol finally gets addressed, their stubborn blood pressure often becomes surprisingly manageable. The vicious cycle continues. High cholesterol stiffens arteries, forcing higher blood pressure. Higher pressure further damages artery walls, creating more spaces for cholesterol to infiltrate. It's cardiovascular warfare, with your body caught in the crossfire. If you're winning every other battle for heart health but losing the blood pressure war, cholesterol might be the enemy general you haven't identified yet. Yellow patches around your eyes, xanthelasma. Look in the mirror right now. See soft yellowish bumps on or around your eyelids? Those aren't signs of aging. They're not cosmetic issues. They're cholesterol erupting through your skin, literally painting warning signs on your face. These patches, called xanthelasma, form when your bloodstream becomes so saturated with cholesterol that it starts depositing excess in your skin tissue. They're like cholesterol escape pods abandoning an overwhelmed circulatory system. The National Lipid Association's findings are chilling. About 50% of people with these eye deposits have dangerous cholesterol levels. Many have genetic disorders that send cholesterol skyrocketing to life-threatening heights. What makes xanthelasma particularly ominous is what it reveals about your entire body. Research shows 15% of people with these deposits have serious coronary artery disease, even when they feel perfectly healthy. Unlike other symptoms that could have multiple causes, these yellow patches are almost exclusively cholesterol announcing its presence. They typically start as tiny pinpoints of discoloration, but grow larger and more numerous as cholesterol levels remain unchecked. Your eyelids are essentially billboards advertising your cardiovascular danger. If you spot these growing yellow warnings, your cholesterol has crossed emergency thresholds. Strange bumps on your tendons. Run your fingers along your elbows, knees, or Achilles tendons. Feel anything unusual? Firm, painless lumps that weren't there before? These aren't injuries or arthritis. They're tendon xanthomas, cholesterol deposits so extreme they're colonizing your connective tissue. These nodules are the body's last resort when cholesterol levels become astronomical, usually due to genetic conditions like familial hypercholesterolemia, FH. Your body desperately searches for storage space. Tendons become reluctant warehouses for excess cholesterol. The Lancet reports that 1 in 250 people have FH, yet 90% walk around undiagnosed. When tendon xanthomas appear, it's often the first visible evidence of a genetic cholesterol disorder that's been silently ravaging arteries for years. Research from the National Institutes of Health paints a stark picture. People with these tendon deposits face a 13 times higher risk of early heart disease. By age 40, half the men with untreated FH experience heart attacks. What distinguishes these from other lumps is their distinct firmness and fixed location on tendons that help joints move. They don't shift when pressed. They're cholesterol's desperate attempt to find space anywhere, even in tissues that were never meant to store fat. Finding these bumps, especially with a family history of early heart problems, demands urgent comprehensive cholesterol testing. These visible markers could be the early warning that saves your life.